Good morning, good afternoon, or good night, depending on when you're watching this. How's it going, guys? It's a bit barren behind me. Let me fix that real quick. That's a lot better. The reason why this room was a bit barren when we first started this video was because I just got back from doing a production of Godspell where I was playing the guitar, both guitar 1 and 2 in the pit, which is something I love doing. I love playing in musical pits, which featured a lot of coffee drinking, a lot of sitting around right before the opening song to sneak on stage for the first song we played, Prepare Ye, as well as a lot of guitar playing. The gear I have for the show included my Ibanez acoustic, the G&L ASAT Classic, the pedal board was my down volume pedal going into the Polytune from TC Electronic, my Tube Screamer Mini, MXR Custom Bass 70 Distortion, the Dynacomp from MXR, the Flashback Delay, a Mysterious pedal, then the Quilter 101 Mini Head as well as the Bugera Cab. Now let's go back to this mini pedal. It was a purple pedal that had no knobs on it, and I actually just added it to my board for this show specifically. What is it? Well, it is the DI pedal by Donner. This next part of the video is going to be a bit weird because while I was doing my explanation, my girlfriend called me and I was like, hold on, give me one moment, so this happened. So if you've been on Amazon, odds are you've heard of the Donner name before. They mainly sell budget guitar pedals such as distortions, overdrive. My buddy Matt has a Donner tuner, as well as this little guy. They make power supplies and they make pedal boards. And now, like I said, they make budget pedals, so like they're very cheap and they're very tempting to try. But I've stayed away from them just because, like I said, they're cheap pedals. I don't know how well they're going to sound, I don't know how well they're going to play, and I don't know how well they're constructed. So I mainly just passed them by and went for something like an MXR or an Ibanez or TC Electronic or whatever. For this show in particular, they asked me when I got my music if any of my guitar amplifiers had a DI input in there. If you don't know what a DI input is, basically you take a microphone cable and you plug, or an XLR cable. You take an XLR cable and you plug into the back of whatever amplifier you're using, goes right to a mixing board, and they can control anything from there. You can also take that and go into any recording software. And on guitar amplifiers, not a lot of them have that kind of cable to them. The brand DC Mark usually have them, as well as a lot of bass amps, because bass likes to be put into DIs. For guitar amplifiers, they're not so common, so the first thought was, maybe I can make up my guitar cab, maybe that would be acceptable, until I realized they're going to be making up the drummer as well. So I was like, okay, that won't work just because his signal's going to bleed into mine, so I was looking for solutions. So I was looking up DI boxes, and there were some pretty expensive ones out there. But I saw this guy, which was 30 bucks, and I'm like, okay, why not? Let's try it. So what drew me to this pedal? Obviously, the price point was a big factor. I wasn't going to spend all this money on a DI box that I don't know how many times I'm going to use. And also, what drew me to this one specifically was that this had a cab simulator on it. Which basically, what that means is that, well, let me show you. Let's think of DI boxes as guitar amplifiers, specifically stacks. There's two parts of a stack. You have your head, like the Orange Micro Dark or the Quilter 101, and then you have the cabinet, like this Bugera right here. And a DI box alone, if it has no cab simulator, it acts as only the head. So if you play your guitar amplifier cleanly, it has a pretty passable clean tone. And so on and so forth. This gets really hairy when you put distortion on it, because there's no body to it, there's no cab to it, so your distortion is going to sound pretty nasally like this. But if your DI box has a cab simulator, much like this one does, it adds this part to it, gives a bit more body, so you have more bass and more mid, so... And that is why I really like a DI boxes that have cab simulators in them, because it gives you compared to ones that don't. Not good. And like I said before, because it has this XLR jack, it goes straight to the mixer, the PA system, the recording system, whatever you want, and the people can control it from there. Now you might be thinking, so it goes straight to them, but can it go into your guitar amplifier? On some, yes. This one, yes you can, which is why I also picked this one. It has, this side you can see has the XLR to go to the mixer, go to the recording system, and then it has the output jack, which goes straight to your guitar amplifier. So you can set your amplifier as much loud as you want, as loud as you want, enough for you to hear, and people in the back, they can control their stuff, and it works out perfectly because you can change your settings, your volumes all night. They got it in the back, and it works out great. So let's go more in depth and see what all this thing runs off of. I don't know if this runs on batteries, but it does take a 9-volt adapter as such. When you plug it in, you're going to get a green light. This means the cab sim is off, and when you turn it over to the other side, red means cab sim is on. Obviously, this is how I had it set for all the show. So let's take that out so it doesn't blind you. On the very top of it, you have some settings such as plus 20 dB, 0 20 dB, and minus 20 dB. This is all depending on what kind of situation you want. Most of the times, you're going to be on 0 dB. At least that's how I was for this show. The guy I asked my buddy Jesse, who was working the sounds, like, hey, do you want me to take the minus 20 dB? He's like, that's not necessary. You're fine at 0. So I'm like, all right, works perfectly. Your guitar goes on this side, and you notice there is a red button on the side. This is called the ground lift. I'm going to be honest, I don't know what this one does. So if you know, let me know down in the comments section below. I could look at the instructions, but when I got this pedal, the box was basically destroyed. This pedal came out fine, but the box was just, as soon as I opened it, it just broke. And I don't think there was instructions on the inside. In fact, when I got the whole package that had cables in there too, the package was literally like that. So like it was already partly open, so who knows. I plugged the Donner DI in my pedal board that I used for Godspell. Same setup. I haven't changed any of the settings. The quilter is the exact same way. And we're just going to go play some stuff on the pedal board, and we're going to compare how it sounds with the cab sim versus how it sounds just like through the GoPro mic. I would mic it up with my MXL 770, but alas, my Focusrite Scarlett Solo has only one input, and this is a good way for me to play everything twice and play the exact same way. So let's just play some things. So here's just how we sound clean. Down in the comments section what you thought sounded better, the GoPro mic with the Bulgara cab, or the DI box going into the Focusrite Scarlett Solo, going into Ableton Live. No post effects were used at all. Let me know down what you like in the comments. Let me know what you like down in the comments section below. I'm sorry this is a short video this week. Godspell took up the bulk of my week. I mean, I love playing theater shows. The downside is that I just don't have a lot of time to film YouTube videos, but luckily there was a new pedal we got to show off. I absolutely love the Donner DI. Honestly, I want to use it more. I can't wait to use it again. This was such a brilliant idea compared to every other show we did, where we had to control our signal, and we had to turn down per request, we had to turn up per request. But with this, they were able to just take it to the back of that house and control everything from there. It was great. I loved it. Definitely going to use this DA box way more often. And yeah, so like I said, let me know down what you thought sounded better in the comments section below, and I'll see you on Thursday with a 21 Pilots video, and I'll see you on Monday with another video that has been more thought out. Anyway guys, goodbye and good night.